Alright, we're going to keep going with example number 4. So first, we're going to have to solve this until it's in slope-intercept form. So we move our x. How do we move a positive 3x? Good, we're going to subtract 3x. Bring everything down. And now we divide by our y. So y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 6. So you have this example of how to do it by the calculator. I'm not going to take the time to show because I know a lot of you guys at home don't have graphing calculators. But I'm going to work it out by hand. So for our y-intercept, what has to be 0? Good, our x. So we're going to take this equation, y equals negative 3/2 x plus 6, and we're going to plug in 0 for x. So y equals negative 3 over 2 times 0 plus 6. Well, that's just 0, and then 0 plus 6 is equal to 6. So my y-intercept is at 0, 6. For my x-intercept, or my 0, the y will be equal to 0. The reason it's often referred to as the 0 is because once you get it into slope-intercept form, everything has to equal 0. So 0 right here equals negative 3 over 2x plus 6, and we're going to solve for x. So move your 6. Get negative 6 equals negative 3 over 2x. And now this time we're going to divide by negative 3 over 2. And we do 6 divided by negative 3 over 2. We get 4 would equal our x. So our x-intercept is at 4, 0. Alright, I'm going to pause and we'll go to the last page. Okay, in the last page, our examples are actually given to us in graph form. So what we've got to do is find the slope, the y-intercept, and the x-intercept based on what the graph has. Remember, your y-intercept, it says find the slope first. Remember, that's our rate of change. Our slope is just going to be the rise over the run. So I'm going to just go from these 2 points right here. It goes down 1, 2, negative 2 over 1, 2, 3. So my slope is just negative 2 over 3. My y-intercept, where it hits the y-axis, right here, it hits at positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's at 0, 6. My x-intercept is where it hits the x-axis, which is right there, and that hits at positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the y value is 0. So it's at 9, 0. Now, on this other graph, it says determine the constant rate of change, which is the what? That's the slope. The y-intercept and the 0. Well, remember, 0 is the x-intercept. So over here, constant rate of change, that's also known as the slope. Any 2 points. Now, it didn't give us points, so we're going to look at where they cross. I've got one crossing up and down and side to side right there. And I've got one crossing right there. And right there, it looks like it's going to go up 1 over 1, 2. So my slope is just 1 over 2. My y-intercept, where it hits the y-axis, well, this is my y-axis, so my y-intercept is going to be that point right there. 1, 2. So my y-intercept is at 0, 2. My 0, remember the 0, that's our x-intercept. And that's going to be right here where it crosses the x-axis at negative 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's at negative 4, 0. So will go a little bit faster if you have the graph. We're going to look at the last two tables on the next video, and then we'll be done with the notes.